What's up, guys? Moonlight150 here, and welcome to Pokemon Wi-Fi Battle number 100! Woo! Yeah, it's number 100, and I'm kind of glad that this battle in particular became my number 100. It's an interesting battle. Like I said, I have a couple unique battles, and this is one of them. This is the PokeDex battle. How PokeDex battle works is you give each other 6 numbers between 1 and... what's the number now? 649 Pokemon, I think there are. And... you just give each other 6 numbers between those, and whatever the Pokedex number is, you get. And thankfully, every Pokemon I got, I already had one in my Wi-Fi box sitting, so it didn't take me long to make my team. But I think he had to make like the Ghastly you saw in the beginning, and probably this Ladian too, because I mean, who honestly has a Ladian sitting around? But anyway, I have 2 Pokemon that have Stealth Rock, so it's kind of bad from that. He has Ladian, he has Volcarona. I think he has like something else that's kind of weak to rocks. So I got the definite advantage here with both having Hippowdon and Bastiodon having Stealth Rocks. But he Swords Dance and Agilities over into this Bayonet, and I'm going to ruin his baton passing after he frisks my leftovers. I'm actually going to roll him out so that Agility and that Swords Dance is now gone. Back in the Ladian, and now he's going to take Rocks damage, which to a Ladian is a decent chunk because it's ×4. He's going to actually Hongor me into Roar, which I don't mind too much because now I want to do this little shuffle like I always do actually with my Hippowdon of roaring into Stealth Rocks constantly. But in comes Ghastly. Not gonna take a whole lot of damage because, you know, it's a Ghastly, it's a Ghost. Why would a Ghost be hurt by rocks? Anyway, he's gonna go for the Shadow Ball, hoping for some damage, maybe a Spec D drop, but that doesn't do a whole heck of a lot to me, so I'm just gonna roar him back out since I'm still on court into the Slowbro. And once again, a Pokemon that's not gonna take much damage from Stealth Rocks, but at least it's getting damage. At least I'm shuffling around, screwing up whatever strategy he might have cooked up. At least I'm just glad that Agility and Swords Dance has gone off that Bayonet. Who knows what he could have possibly done with that. But anyway, he's going to Scald, and that is going to do a hefty chunk. So I'm thinking this is more of a tank Slowbro because he's more built defensive and special defense. But I said, screw you. I don't want to be scalded again. But I'm going to bring in his Volcarona. This is actually what I was fishing for. Either killing off the Ladian with more Stealth Rocks or weakening his Volcarona. Or maybe even killing off the Volcarona if I was lucky. But thankfully I do get it in once and do a hefty chunk of damage with Stealth Rocks as I'm now being burned. But he actually carries the Morning Sun, which is very peculiar for me. I don't really see a lot of Volcaronas with Morning Sun on them. But, I mean, it makes sense, especially when you're going to be facing a lot of Stealth Rocks. So, I'm going to, what's the move called? Slack Off. I almost get full health, but then, of course, with my leftovers, I'm going to get full HP of 420. I'm going to get a little bit of burn damage, and I don't think the burn really takes into effect this game, except maybe the couple of times I actually do use an attack with this Hippowdon. So I'm going to roar out Volcarona, hopefully get Ladian, which I do this time around. So, seeing that he's probably more bulky, and that's why he's doing that little less than exactly half of damage. So he's probably built a little bulky. Otherwise, I think 2 Stealth Rocks would have taken out Ladian, but I could be totally wrong about that. Who knows? I don't do calculations. But anyway, instead of switching out, he's just going to Baton Pass, which I'm still trying to figure out for myself. I'm going to bring in the Simipour, not take that much rocks damage. So I guess it's only Ladian and Volcarona that's taking serious rocks damage. But I'm going to slack off because now I'm fearing the Water-type move. Also, I also predicted that he would switch out, but in retrospect, why would he? Because bringing Ladian would now be instant death, so I don't know. Maybe I just thought Ladian couldn't touch me, and that's why I decided to slack off. But it's going to go for the Hydro Pump, almost take me out, thankfully I did slack off. Going to go for the Earthquake just to do a little bit of damage. Attack at least once with this Hippowdon, but due to the burn, it's not going to do a whole heck of a lot to the Simipour, and he's just going to take me out with another Hydro Pump, which I ask the question again, why don't my opponents miss moves like Hydro Pump, yet I always do? It's why I never carry Hydro Pump. I go for Surf because it doesn't have the biggest chances missing. But anyway, seeing as it's the only Pokemon that has a move on my team that can actually super effective hit a Simipour, being my Gothitelle with Thunderbolt. So I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt, and I don't think this is Life Orb Gothitelle. I don't think so, but I don't need the Life Orb if it isn't, because it does take out the Simipour with a nice Thunderbolt. No, okay, it's not Life Orb. Anyway, in comes the Ghastly, and we both do carry the Shadow Ball, so now it's just going to come down to a speed battle, and he does outspeed me, interestingly enough. I don't know if that was a speed tie, even if it's a speed tie, why is Gothitelle the same speed as a Ghastly? Oh my gosh. But I go for the Thunderbolt. Maybe I don't carry the Shadow Ball. I don't know. But I knew not to go for the Psychic because he's not a poison type like he is with Gengar. But anyway, in comes the Bayonet, and I think he's just going to finish me off with a Shadow Sneak here, Priority and all that other stuff after... yeah, see, I do have the leftovers. But he's going to Shadow Sneak me, and I think that just takes me out. So Gothitail goes down. So let's see. This is episode number 100. It's now going to be the end of season 2. I'm going to now start ending seasons at in the 50. So 50, 100. Now the next one will be starting season 3, and that will end at 150. But seeing that I'm going to be uploading a battle every Tuesday next year, it's not going to take long for me to get through season 3. Now, actually there's only like 62 weeks in a year, isn't there? So one season a year. But anyway, where am I? We're with my Nidoqueen. He switches out Bayonet into his Slowbro. This is actually the point of the battle where I completely kind of blank that Nidoqueen is a ground type. So he's actually going to hit me with a water type move. I think he hits me with Scald, so it's going to do a lot of damage to me. That's going to hurt. I was actually fearing the Psychic for the most part. I don't know why I didn't switch out. But I'm going to go for that Earthquake. I'm not going to do a whole heck of a lot because this does seem to be a very bulky Slowbro. But I do get the crit, so thank you. Thank you, game, for giving me the crit. He's going to go for the Scald, but he's actually going to return the crit and take out my Nidoqueen. So, all's fair in love and war, or karma's a bitch, or some insert generic saying right here about revenge. Revenge is a dish better served cold, but Scald is hot. I'm tripping over my own words, but anyway, in comes my Shedinja, gonna go for the X-Scissor to actually take out the Slowbro, so thank you, Shedinja. I never use you, but I should use you more often because you're an interesting Pokemon, but in comes the Bayonet, and I'm thinking here, okay, well, Bayonet I don't think naturally has any moves that can super hit me, because the only thing that can hit me are like Fire, Rock, Flying, but apparently Dark hits me because I'm a Psychic type or something. I don't know what I am. What is Shedinja? I have to look into that, but I do live with the Focus Sash, and I'm going to go for the Shadow Seek myself and take out the Bayonet. So thank you, Shedinja, once again. In comes the Volcarona, and he's going to take that half damage of Stealth Rocks again. Gonna go for the Shadow Sneak. Not gonna do a heck of a lot, but I was just thinking, you know, I might as well take whatever damage I can get on this Volcarona. He's gonna go for the Morning Sun, actually. Little bitch decided to Morning Sun up on the turn I get burned from freaking Flame Body. This game is not working in his favor. Oh, I hate that so much. It was annoying. I'm like, I could have gone for another move, but gonna go into my Doug Trio. Gonna go for the Earthquake. Not too sure why, because I think Bug resists ground, something like that, but he's gonna start setting up in my face, and I'm thinking, you do not set up in my face. Doug Trio do not let you set up in my face. So I'm actually gonna go for the Stone Edge and actually hit it. Oh my gosh, I hit a Stone Edge. That's gonna take out the Volcarona, and that's all that leaves him with is the Ladian, and that's just gonna die upon impact of the battlefield due to the Stealth Rock. So thank you guys for these past 100 battles. Thanks for whoever's been sticking around. So sure, guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, because it's the 100 battle. Anyway, I'll see you guys later, and bye.